Welcome to the deep dive. You know how it is in the crypto world? Things move so fast, blink and you miss it. It's relentless, always on. And trying to keep up manually feels like a full-time job, honestly. We talk about getting an edge, right? A shortcut. But what if that shortcut involved like sophisticated trading strategies, fully automated, even if you're not some coding genius? Today, we're going to cut through the noise. We're taking a deep dive into Pionex. It's this platform promising to make automated crypto trading, well, accessible for pretty much everyone. Our mission really is to pull out the key stuff from our sources, help you understand not just what Pionex offers, but why it matters, how it could change how you approach these digital markets.
And that's exactly the plan. We're not just listing features. We want to get into the strategy behind it. We'll look at how Pionex actually works, what makes its main features genuinely different in, let's face it, a pretty crowded crypto space. And ultimately figure out what useful knowledge you can walk away with about using automation in your own crypto journey.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Pionex. At its core, it's a crypto exchange, right?
Right.
But the big thing, the real standout feature is these built-in crypto trading bots, and they're free to use.
Yeah, exactly. They're not add-ons you pay extra for. They're just part of the platform.
And you can get it on your phone, iOS, Android, or desktop, so pretty accessible.
That's right. And that integration, the fact that it's all in one place and free, that's actually a really big deal. Think about it. The crypto market never sleeps. It's 24/7. Trying to trade manually means you're constantly watching, making quick calls. It could burn you out.
Oh, definitely. Or you miss things while you sleep.
Precisely. And if you use external bots, you're often messing with API keys, maybe paying subscriptions, worrying about third-party security. Pionex kind of removes those headaches.
Yeah.
It puts the automation right inside the exchange. No coding needed, no tricky API setups. It's designed to help you run strategies consistently without losing sleep over it.
Okay, that makes sense. So that brings us to the bots themselves. This is really the heart of Pionex, isn't it?
It really is.
They're designed for different things, different market conditions. What are some of the main ones? How do they actually work?
Good question, because yeah, this is where the strategy element comes in. Let's start with a really popular one. The grid trading bot.
Grid trading. Okay,
This
good.
one is built for what traders call a range-bound market. Basically, when a crypto's price is just bouncing up and down within a certain channel, not really trending hard, just fluctuating.
Sideways movement.
Exactly.
Okay.
The bot automatically sets up a grid of buy and sell orders within a price range you define. When the price drops to hit a buy order level, it buys a little. When it rises to hit a sell order level, it sells a little.
So it's just constantly trying to buy low, sell high within that specific box you've drawn,
Yeah.
capturing the small moves.
Precisely. It automates a pretty effective strategy for profiting from volatility. Simple concept, but powerful when automated. Now the tricky part, the insight here, is setting that range correctly. Too narrow, and you might trade too often. Fees eat your profit. Too wide, you might miss trades. And crucially, if the price breaks out of your range, either way up or way down, the bot might stop being effective. It could get stuck holding coins way below where you bought or miss a huge rally.
So you still need to manage the manager, essentially. Keep an eye on the range.
You got it. Knowing when to tweak the grid or pause it, that's where the user's skill comes in for sustained profit.
Okay, that makes sense. So what about the Infinity Grid bot? You called it a cousin. How's it different?
Right, the Infinity Grid, think of it like the grid bot, but more optimistic, I guess. The standard grid bot needs you to set an upper price limit for its range. The Infinity Grid doesn't. It lets you trade without a specified top end.
Oh, interesting. So when would you use that?
It's really useful if you think an asset is in a strong uptrend, like a bull run, but you still expect it to have dips and rallies along the way up. It keeps buying low and selling high as the price climbs, but it manages your investment to keep a constant value in the, quote, currency, like USDT. This way, you're capturing profits from the volatility on the way up without setting a ceiling and potentially missing out if the price just keeps soaring. You don't have to keep adjusting that upper limit.
Got it. So grid for sideways, infinity for hopeful upwards, trending with bumps.
Kind of, yeah. It's for when you're pretty confident in a sustained upward move but want to profit from the journey.
Okay, moving on. The spot futures arbitrage bot. That word arbitrage can sound a bit complex. What's it actually doing?
Yeah, arbitrage just means taking advantage of tiny price differences for the same thing in different currencies. In this case, the bot looks for those small, often fleeting price gaps between an asset's price on the spot market buying it right now and its price on the futures market agreeing a price for the future.
Okay, so how does it profit?
It tries to lock in a profit by basically buying it cheaper on one market and selling it for slightly more on the other, almost simultaneously. The appeal is that it's generally considered lower risk because you're not betting on which way the price will go overall. You're just capturing these little market inefficiencies.
Lower risk sounds good.
It does, but low risk isn't no risk. And often, you need a decent amount of capital to make those tiny percentage gains add up to something meaningful. It's more about consistency than big wins.
Right. Makes sense. Now, for people maybe looking long-term, less hands-on, the DCA bot, dollar cost averaging, that sounds familiar. How does Pionex automate that?
It's exactly what it sounds like. DCA, as you know, is just investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, say $50 every week, no matter what the price is doing.
Right. Smooths out the volatility over time.
Exactly. Reduces the risk of buying everything at a peak. Pionex is to automates that process. You tell the bot, invest this much, this often in this crypto, and it just does it.
So the main benefit is discipline, taking emotion out of it.
That's a huge part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
It stops you from second guessing, trying to time the dips perfectly, which almost never works long term. It just enforces that consistent accumulation strategy for you. Very useful for building a position over time without the stress.
Okay, one more main bot here. The Smart Trade bot. What's smart about this one?
The Smart Trade bot is more flexible. It lets you set up a more complete trading plan for a single trade, kind of combining multiple orders into one strategy.
Like what?
Like setting up your entry buy, but at the same time setting a take profit order to automatically sell if the price hits your target profit level.
Okay.
And a stop loss order to automatically sell if the price drops to a certain point to limit your potential losses.
So entry, exit for profit, and exit for loss, all preset.
Exactly. You can even add trailing features where your stop loss automatically moves up if the price moves in your favor, locking in gains while still giving it room to run. It gives you much more control to define the entire life cycle of a trade up front.
Wow, okay. So looking at all these bots together, Grid, Infinity, Arbitrage, DCA, Smart Trade, it's quite a range.
It really is. And what's striking, like you said, is how they cover different market views and risk levels. It's not just one tool, it's a whole toolbox.
Right, not one size fits all.
Absolutely not. It empowers you, the user, to pick the right tool based on what you think the market's doing and how much risk you're comfortable with. The real insight, though, is realizing you still need a strategy. You need to understand when to use which bot and how to set it up right. That's what turns you from just a user into someone actively leveraging automation.
Okay, so the bots are clearly the main attraction. But what about the Pionex platform itself? What else makes it stand out compared to, say, other big exchanges?
Well, a huge one, especially if you're using bots that trade a lot, is the low trading fees.
How low are we talking?
Pionex charges a flat 0.05%. That's 0.05% for both makers and takers.
Wow, 0.05%. Could you quickly remind us what makers and takers are?
Sure. Makers add liquidity. Think of placing a limit order that doesn't fill immediately. It sits on the order book, waiting. Takers remove liquidity like a market order that executes right away against existing orders.
Gotcha.
And that 0.05% sounds tiny, right? But if a bot is making dozens or hundreds of trades a day, those fees add up fast on other platforms. Keeping them that low on Pionex can significantly impact your overall profitability. It's a built-in cost advantage.
That's a really significant point. Okay, what about actually using it? Is it easy? Automated trading sounds like it could be intimidating.
Yeah, complexity is definitely a barrier sometimes. Pionex seems to have put a lot of effort into their user-friendly interface. The goal seems to be making it intuitive, even if you're totally new to this stuff. And what's really helpful, especially for learners, is the documentation. They provide detailed guides and manuals for each specific bot, explaining the settings, the parameters, how to configure them. It really tries to demystify the process.
Okay, that's good. Takes away some of the scariness. Now, the big one in crypto, security and regulation. How does Pionex measure up there?
Always critical. Pionex has made some notable moves here. They've got a money services business, MSB license from FinCEN here in the U.S.
The FinCEN MSB, right? That's not just window dressing, is it?
No, it means they're regulated for financial services. It adds a layer of oversight and consumer protection, which is pretty important in this space. They're also regulated in Singapore.
And for user accounts.
Standard good practices, email verification, Google Authenticator for 2FA, two-factor authentication, and they also support passkeys, trying to keep accounts secure from unauthorized access.
Good, good. Okay, one last platform thing. Liquidity. Why does that matter, and how does Pionex handle it?
Liquidity is basically how easy it is to buy or sell something without the price moving drastically against you because of your own order. It's crucial for smooth trading.
Right, prevent slippage.
Exactly. Pionex tackles this by pooling liquidity from other major exchanges. They aggregate order books from places like Binance and Huobi Global. So when you or your bot places a trade, you're tapping into this much deeper combined pool of buy and sell orders. This means trades usually execute quickly at competitive prices, even if they're fairly large. It ensures the plumbing works well for all the automated trading.
Okay, so if you put all that together, the low fees, the easy interface, the regulation efforts, the strong liquidity, what does that actually mean for someone considering Pionex?
It means you're looking at a platform that's trying to be both credible and efficient. It aims to lower the barriers to entry for automated trading. For you, the user, it means you can potentially access these advanced strategies in an environment that feels more cost-effective, manageable, and trustworthy than maybe some other options. It's about building confidence.
Right, confidence to maybe try something new.
Exactly. To experiment and optimize without feeling completely overwhelmed or exposed.
So let's say someone listening is thinking, okay, I'm intrigued. What's the actual process? How does it work if you decide to, jump in? First step, obviously, fund your account. How do you do that?
Pretty straightforward. If you've got crypto elsewhere, say on Coinbase or Binance, you just transfer it over to your Pionex wallet.
Yeah.
Standard crypto deposit. Or if you're using fiat, Pionex.us lets you buy crypto directly with a debit card, ACH bank transfer, or even a wire transfer. They offer a few common on-ramps.
Okay, account funded. Then you have to choose a trading bot. How do you decide?
Right. This is where you match the tool to your outlook, based on what we discussed, right?
Mhm.
If you think the market's going sideways, maybe the grid bot. If you're bullish long-term, perhaps the infinity grid or just the DCA bot for steady accumulation. The platform itself offers some guidance here too to help you choose based on market conditions.
Makes sense. And once you've picked a bot, you set up the bot. This is where you input the details.
Exactly. You configure its parameters. Things like which crypto pair to trade Bitcoin against USDT, for example. You'll set the price range if it's a grid bot, the investment amount you want the bot to use, all those specifics. And again, the platform provides explanations for each setting as you go.
Trying to make it less guesswork.
Yeah, that seems to be the goal. Yeah.
Okay, configured. Then you just push the button, activate the bot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Once you activate it, the bot starts working based on your rules. It'll execute those trades automatically 24/7. That's the whole point of automation. It works while you're doing other things.
Living your life, hopefully. But it's not totally set and forget, right? You still need to monitor performance.
Oh, absolutely. That's crucial. You don't just turn it on and walk away forever. Pionex gives you a dashboard where you can see exactly what your bots are doing in real time. Performance stats, profits, losses, trades made.
Oh,
This feedback loop is key. It lets you see if your strategy is working, if the market conditions have changed, if you need to adjust the bot settings, or even turn it off. You maintain oversight.
control and transparency, even with automation.
That's vital for any effective strategy, automated or not. It lets you learn and adapt.
And that really wraps up our deep dive into Pionex for today. It seems like it genuinely brings some powerful automated trading tools within reach for a lot more people. With its variety of free bots, those really low fees, the security focus, and trying to make it user-friendly. It's definitely a compelling package for tackling the crypto markets.
Yeah, I think the goal is clearly to offer this comprehensive, all-in-one solution. Whether you're new to trading or pretty experienced but want to automate, Pionex aims to provide the tools. By combining sophisticated bots with that focus on usability and regulation, it's definitely carving out a significant space for itself as a credible way to approach automated crypto trading.
So thinking about platforms like Pionex integrating these tools so seamlessly makes you wonder, doesn't it? What possibilities does this kind of intelligent, accessible automation open up for individual investors, for you, and how might it actually reshape how we all approach navigating these, let's be honest, pretty wild crypto markets? Something to think about as you continue your own deep dives.